once everybody does something, it's just no longer interesting to me. Like Disney movies, perfect example. They're for everyone. They're like watered down, family friendly, good for your grandma, your grandpa. Your 5-year-old will like it, and so will your uncle. Like, I'm sorry, but if the whole 5-year-old demographic loves you, and like grandparents who love their grandchildren, I don't know. It's just if everyone likes you and everyone's doing it, it's bad. That's my rule. So now that podcasts, technically I have a radio show, which I guess some people can call it a podcast, but it's radio. It's a little different than podcasting though, because we don't have guests on, and like Mark doesn't care about being popular, or at least that's what I think. So, we just do it and we don't really care who watches, and it's just fun. Like, I go and I take my shoes off sometimes and I have fun, right? It's not like, oh my god, we got to get our numbers up and likes, like, not really a thought. So my point is, now that everyone is a podcaster, it's like, what? Even when I started the radio show, which is not that long ago, it was right before the pandemic, so early 2020. People didn't really, podcasts weren't like a big thing. It was like, you gotta have one, or like a business card. So now it's 4 years later, 2024. Even people you didn't think were gonna start a podcast are starting a podcast. 4 years after, I guess, like the start of the boom, which I got in on. And now that everyone's trying to get in on it, I like to maybe get out and just be a farmer and be super anonymous. And I don't know, all these things that all these people are doing now, it just makes me want to run the other direction. And I've heard that before. Watch where the crowd goes and run the other direction. That's just kind of one of my mottos programmed into my brain since 2014. So, I don't know. I kind of want to just, everything that everyone thinks becoming popular, losing interest real fast, lost interest. Like, everyone wants to be a stand-up comedian. It wasn't exactly this popular back in 2020. Yeah, back in 2020 is when I first started. I just said I would do it for a year. But now it's like 4 years later, everyone's trying to do crowd work, putting up clips on Instagram. Like, not everyone and your mother was putting up stand-up clips on Instagram and Facebook like every single week. Like, that was not happening in 2020. Yeah, stand-up, been there, done that. Podcasting, boring. Just wanted to hang out in my backyard and farm, play with my dog.